Welcome, everyone. You are watching English Ascent Daily. Today, we are not going to add more English rules to your notebook. We are not going to give you a long list of difficult words and tell you to remember all of them. Today, we are going to do something more important. We are going to help you use the English that is already inside you. By the end of this video, you will understand why you can watch English videos, read English sentences, and understand many questions, but still become silent when it is your turn to speak. You will also learn a simple way to speak before your English feels perfect. So stay with me until the end, because this lesson is not only about English, it is about the moment when you finally stop waiting and let your voice come out. Let me ask you something. How many English videos have you watched? How many grammar rules have you written down? How many new words have you saved on your phone? And how many times have you said, I will start speaking when my English gets better? Maybe you have said it many times. You tell yourself, first, I will improve my grammar. Then I will learn more words. Then I will fix my pronunciation. After that, I will speak. But when that day comes, you find one more thing to improve, then one more, and, well, one more after that. You keep getting ready, but you never begin. You are like a person standing at a green traffic light and waiting for the light to become greener. The road is open, but you are still standing there. Think about a real conversation. Someone asks you a simple question. Maybe they ask, what did you do this weekend? You understand every word. You even know the answer. But first, you check the tense in your head. Then you search for a better word. Then you worry about your pronunciation. You change the sentence once, then twice, then again. Before your answer is ready, another person starts talking. The moment is gone. Your English did not disappear. Your answer was there. You simply did not allow it to leave your mind until it looked perfect. That is the problem we are going to change today. You are not lazy. You are not foolish. And you are not bad at English. You have trained yourself to prepare English, but not to release it. Here is the main truth of this lesson. Perfect English is not the door to speaking. Waiting for perfect English is the door that keeps you inside. Speaking is not a prize you receive after you finish learning English. Speaking is part of how you learn English. You speak, you notice a problem, you fix one small thing, and you speak again. That is how progress happens. Today, I will show you why perfection creates delay, why understanding is different from speaking, how to make a first spoken version, how to use simple English in real situations, and how to follow a 7-day speaking challenge. You do not need a special accent. You do not need a speaking partner for every exercise. You do not need 1,000 new words today. You need the words you already know, a few minutes of honest practice, and the courage to sound like a learner. If you want practical lessons that help you use your voice, subscribe to English Ascent Daily. Now, let us begin. Part 1. The Perfect English Trap. Let us start with the trap that looks like good preparation. You want to speak well, so you study more. That sounds sensible. But then your goal quietly changes. You do not only want to speak clearly, you want to speak with no pause, no wrong word, no grammar mistake, and no sign that you are still learning. That is not preparation anymore. That is a perfect test that no real conversation can pass. Even strong speakers pause. They forget a word. They change a sentence in the middle. They sometimes say, wait, that is not what I mean, and try again. Real speech is alive. It is not a clean page in a grammar book. Imagine that you are sitting with a small group. Someone asks, "What did you do on Sunday?" A simple answer comes to your mind. "I stayed home and watched a movie." That answer is clear. It is enough. But you do not say it. You try to make it sound more advanced. You search for a better way to say "stayed home." You wonder if you should use the past simple or some other tense. You worry that "watched a movie" sounds too easy. While you are building a beautiful answer, the conversation moves to a new topic. You had English. You had meaning. You had a chance. Perfection took the chance away. This is not only a motivational idea. Language researchers have studied fear and perfection in language learners. In one interview study, researchers Elaine Horwitz and Tammy Gregerson looked at anxious and less anxious learners. The study suggested that anxious learners often had more concern about errors, more fear of being judged, and very high rules for their own speaking. Some also delayed action because they wanted to perform very well. This does not mean every careful student has anxiety. It means that a high standard can become a wall when the learner cares more about avoiding mistakes than using the language. Here is how the perfect English trap works. First, you prepare. Then you judge every word. Because the sentence does not feel good enough, you delay it. Because you delay it, you get less speaking practice. Because you get less practice, speaking still feels hard. Then you believe you need even more preparation. The circle starts again. Prepare, judge, delay, stay silent, lose confidence, and prepare more. The answer is not to stop learning grammar. Grammar is useful. The answer is to stop asking grammar to give you permission to speak. Remember the green light. You do not need it to become greener. You need to move. Your first sentence can be short, it can have a pause, it can even have a mistake. Its first job is not to impress people. Its first job is to carry your meaning from you to another person. After it does that job, you can improve it. Speaking is where rough English becomes clearer English. But this brings us to another question. If so many words are already in your mind, why are they so difficult to find when someone is waiting for your answer? Part 2. Why your English disappears when you need it. There is an important difference between understanding a word and using a word. When you watch a video, the word comes to you. You hear it, and your brain says, "Yes, I know that." When you read, the word is already on the page. You look at it and understand it. But speaking is different. During speaking, the word is not waiting in front of your eyes. Your brain has to find it, bring it forward, put it with other words, and send it through your voice. All of this must happen while another person is listening. That is why speaking can feel harder than listening, even when the topic is easy. We can call the first kind passive vocabulary. These are words you understand when you hear or read them. The second kind is active vocabulary. These are words you can use without looking at them. You may understand the words decision, experience, and improve in a video. But can you use all three in a new sentence right now? Maybe yes. Maybe you need some time. That small difficulty is not proof that you do not know the words. It shows that the words are still in storage. Speaking asks you to bring them into movement. Let us test this together. I will ask you a very easy question. You will have 5 seconds to answer aloud. Do not write. Do not make a perfect answer. Here is the question. What did you eat today? Answer now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did you answer? Maybe you said, "I ate rice and vegetables." Good. Maybe you knew the answer but needed more time. That is also useful information. You understood the question at once. The difficult part was pulling the words from your memory and building the answer quickly. American memory researchers at Washington University studied what happens when people only review information and what happens when they try to pull it from memory. Their work showed that active recall, which means bringing information out of memory, can support strong learning over time. Their study was about memory, not an English conversation. Still, the lesson is helpful. Watching English lets you recognize it. Speaking asks you to recall it. If you only watch, you keep making recognition stronger. If you speak, you also train the skill of finding words when you need them. So here is a small practice. Choose 5 words that you already know. Do not choose difficult words. Let us use morning, tired, friend, work, and need. Now make one spoken sentence with each word. My morning was busy. I feel tired today. I called my friend. I have some work to finish. I need a short break. Notice what we are doing. We are not learning 5 new words. We are making 5 known words active. That is a very different kind of study. Many learners keep collecting English because collecting feels safe. A new word cannot judge you. A grammar page cannot laugh at you. A video does not wait for your answer. Speaking feels different because it is an action. But action is exactly what turns stored English into available English. You do not need another 100 words before your first conversation. You need to begin using some of the words you already own. Now I will show you a method that lets you do this without asking your first answer to be perfect. Part 3. The first draft speaking method. When people write an email, a story, or a report, they often make a first draft. The first draft is not the final version. It may have weak words. It may have a sentence that needs to change. That is normal. The writer puts the idea on the page first, then improves it. But English learners often do the opposite while speaking. They try to edit the whole sentence before they say the first word. They want a final version before a first version exists. No wonder the voice gets stuck. From today, I want you to think of speaking in a new way. Your first answer is a speaking draft. Step 1 is to choose one small message. Do not try to say everything you know. Ask yourself, what is the main thing I want this person to understand? Maybe your message is, I am tired. Maybe it is, I cannot come tomorrow. Maybe it is, I liked the movie. Start there. A small, clear message is stronger than a big sentence that never leaves your mind. If someone asks about your day, you do not need a speech. You can begin with, my day was busy. That sentence opens the door. The next sentence can come after it. Step 2 is to say the shortest true version. Use the words that arrive first. Do not wait for the most advanced word. Suppose you want to explain that work was difficult. You could spend 10 seconds searching for the word stressful. Or you could say, I had a lot of work. It was difficult. I feel tired now. 3 simple sentences can carry the full message. This is not weak English. This is working English. One idea, one short sentence, and then the next idea. Step 3 is to keep the conversation alive when a word goes missing. A missing word is not the end of your answer. Use a bridge. Say, give me a second. Say, what I mean is. Say, I do not know the exact word, but I can explain it. Say, let me say it another way. These phrases give your brain time, but they also show the listener that you are still speaking. Silence closes the road. A bridge phrase keeps the road open. Step 4 is very important. Finish the message before you correct it. Many learners become a student and a teacher at the same time. The student tries to speak, but the teacher inside the head stops every word and says, wrong tense, bad pronunciation, try again. Well, that teacher is very busy, maybe too busy. During the first attempt, your job is communication. After the attempt, your job is correction. Do not make those two jobs fight in the middle of every sentence. Step 5 is to improve only one or two things. Listen to your first answer. Choose one grammar point and one unclear word, or one pronunciation point. Fix those. Do not try to repair 20 things at once. If you try to fix everything, you may feel that the whole answer was a failure. It was not. It was a first draft. Improvement becomes easier when the task is small and clear. Let us see the full method. The question is, tell me about your morning. A learner may say, today I wake up late. I was hurry. I not eat breakfast, but I drink coffee. This English has mistakes, but stop for a moment and notice something important. We understand the message. The learner woke up late, felt rushed, did not eat breakfast, and drank coffee. Communication happened. Now we improve it. Today I woke up late. I was in a hurry. I did not eat breakfast, but I drank coffee. The first version gave us something real to improve. Without the first version, there would be nothing to correct. Now, use a 6-minute speaking cycle. In the first minute, choose one real question and think of 3 small ideas. Do not write full sentences. In minutes 2 and 3, speak. Keep going, even if the English is not clean. In minute 4, listen to your recording and choose only 2 changes. In minutes 5 and 6, speak again. The second version should be clearer, but it does not need to be perfect either. Tomorrow you can do the cycle again with a new question. Let us practice once. The question is, why do you want to improve your English? Think of 3 small ideas. Maybe work, travel, confidence, study, or meeting new people. Now answer aloud. You can begin, I want to improve my English because. Keep your sentences short. Do not stop because of one missing word. Speak now. All right, here is one simple model. I want to improve my English because it can help me at work. I also want to travel with more confidence. Most of all, I want to share my ideas clearly. Your answer does not need to match mine. It only needs to carry your reason. Why does this method help? Because it gives speaking and correction different times. It trains you to find known words. It changes passive vocabulary into active vocabulary. It also gives you proof. You can hear the first attempt, then hear the second attempt. Progress is no longer only a feeling. It becomes a sound in your own recording. Remember this, your first version does not need to impress anyone. Its job is to exist. Once it exists, you can make it better. Part 4. Simple English is real English. Some learners are silent because they believe simple English will make them look weak. They know the idea, but they reject the easy words that could express it. They search for longer words, longer sentences, and a more formal way to speak. Then the answer becomes heavy. Let us compare 2 versions. The first version is, although I planned to attend the event, I decided not to go because I was extremely tired. The second version is, I wanted to go to the event, but I was very tired, so I stayed home. Both versions are correct. Both carry the same meaning. The second one may be much easier to produce in a real conversation. An American language organization called ACTFL describes language ability by what a person can do in real situations, including situations that are not fully prepared. That word, do, is important. Real speaking is not only about explaining grammar. It is about asking for help, giving an opinion, telling a short story, answering a question, and keeping a conversation moving. A person who uses simple English to complete these tasks is using real English. A beautiful rule inside your notebook cannot speak for you. Here is a useful tool called the 3-line answer. Line 1 gives the direct answer. Line 2 gives a reason. Line 3 gives an example or one more detail. Listen to this question. Do you enjoy learning English? A 3-line answer could be, yes, I enjoy learning English. It helps me understand more people. For example, I can now watch many videos without translation. The answer is simple, but it feels complete. You can use this pattern for hundreds of questions. Try another one. The question is, do you like working from home? Start with a direct answer, then give a reason, then add one detail. You might say, yes, I like working from home. It saves me a lot of travel time. I can also spend more time with my family. Or you might say, no, I do not like it very much. I feel alone after a few hours. I work better when other people are near me. Simple sentences can still show a full opinion. You can also use flexible sentence starters. I think helps you give an opinion. I feel helps you describe an emotion. I prefer helps you choose between two things. The reason is helps you explain. For example, helps you add detail. These are not small, useless phrases. They are handles. They help you pick up a thought and carry it into the conversation. Now, let us talk about the moment when you forget one word. Do not stop the whole conversation. Use a simpler word, describe the thing, explain its purpose, or give an example. Imagine you forget the word umbrella. You can say, it is the thing we use when it rains. The listener will probably understand. If you forget the word appointment, you can say, it is a planned time to meet a doctor or another person. This is a real speaking skill. Strong communication is not only knowing every word, it is also finding another road when one road is closed. Here are some rescue phrases to practice. Let me start again. That is not the exact word, but what I am trying to say is, I can explain it with an example. Could you repeat the last part? Please give me a moment. I understand the idea, but I need a simpler word. Say them aloud. Do not only read them. These phrases are useful because they help you stay inside the conversation instead of leaving it. Let us use them in a real situation. Someone asks, what kind of work do you want in the future? You begin, but a word disappears. You can say, please give me a moment. I do not know the exact word, but I want work where I can help customers and solve their problems. You did not need the missing job title. You explained the meaning. That is successful communication. The goal is not to show every word you know. The goal is to help another person understand you. Part 5. Confidence comes after the sentence. Many learners say, I will speak when I feel confident. It sounds natural, but it puts the steps in the wrong order. Confidence often comes after action, not before it. Think about the first time you did anything new. The first time did not feel easy. Maybe your hands felt strange. Maybe your mind was too active. But after you did the action many times, your brain collected proof that you could survive it. Speaking confidence grows in the same way. Your brain needs memories of you speaking, getting stuck, finding another way, and continuing. Do not jump from silence to a long conversation with a stranger. Build a speaking ladder. On the first level, speak alone for 30 seconds. On the second level, record a voice note and do not delete it. On the third level, listen and find one thing you did well. Maybe your message was clear. Maybe one sentence sounded natural. On the fourth level, answer a question from a video aloud. On the fifth level, send a short English voice message to a safe person. On the sixth level, have a 2-minute conversation. Each level gives you evidence. You are not waiting for courage, you are building it. I also want you to create a mistake budget. Before practice, allow yourself 3 mistakes. Yes, Allow them. You are not trying to make mistakes on purpose. You are removing the shock when one happens. If a tense is wrong, continue. If a word sounds strange, continue. If you need to start one sentence again, continue. Your main score is not 0 mistakes. Your score is, did I finish my message? Did I recover when I got stuck? Did I try again? The grammar police inside your head may not like this idea. They work very hard. The funny thing is, nobody hired them. They stop your sentence, check every little word, and then complain that you are not fluent. Give them a new job. Tell them, you can check my English after I finish speaking. Also remember, forgetting one word is not an emergency. The conversation does not need an ambulance. Pause, explain, and move forward. Create a proof folder on your phone. Save your daily recordings there. Do not delete the first ones because you dislike your voice. Almost everyone feels strange when hearing a recording at first. Keep it. After 7 days, listen again. Notice more than mistakes. Notice faster answers, clearer ideas, better recovery, and stronger volume. If you only search for errors, you will miss your own growth. Now, we will do a no-stop minute. Your prompt is, describe one small problem you solved recently. Maybe you fixed something at home. Maybe you completed difficult work. Maybe you helped a friend. Speak for 1 minute. You may pause, but do not restart from the beginning. You may use easy words. Your goal is to finish the message. Begin now. Good. If the answer was not smooth, that is fine. You have just created evidence that you can keep speaking even when the sentence is not perfect. This is how confidence starts. Not with a magical feeling, not with a perfect accent, not with someone giving you permission. It starts when you hear yourself complete a real message. Your first sentence gives you a little proof. Your next sentence gives you more. Soon, your brain no longer asks, "Can I speak?" It begins to remember, "I have spoken before. I can do it again." Part 6. 7 Days of Imperfect English. Now you have the ideas, but ideas only become useful when they enter your day. So I want to give you a 7-day challenge. We will call it 7 Days of Imperfect English. The name is important. The goal is not to become perfect in 1 week. That promise would not be honest. The goal is to prove that you can use English every day, even with pauses, simple words, and small mistakes. For all 7 days, record your voice. Do not prepare a full script. Do not delete the first recording. After speaking, correct no more than 2 things. On day 1, speak about yourself. Give 10 short facts. Say your name, where you live, what you do, what you enjoy, what you are learning, and why English matters to you. Keep every sentence simple. On day 2, describe what is around you. Choose 5 objects in your room. Talk about their color, size, place, or use. If you forget a word, do not search for it at once. Describe the object in English and see if you can keep going. On day 3, talk about the past. Answer, what happened yesterday? Speak for 1 minute. Use the words you have. After the recording, check only 2 past tense verbs. Then record the answer again. On day 4, give an opinion with the 3-line answer. Choose a simple question such as, is it better to study in the morning or at night? Give your answer, your reason, and 1 example. On day 5, listen to a short English clip for 30 to 60 seconds. Turn it off. Then explain the main idea in your own easy English. Do not try to remember every sentence. Do not copy the speaker. Tell the meaning. This trains your memory to bring English forward. On day 6, use English with another person. You can send a voice message, speak to a friend, join a safe speaking group, or talk with a teacher. Your conversation can be short. Use at least 1 rescue phrase, even if you do not really need it. Make the phrase available for future conversations. On day 7, return to your first recording. Answer the same questions about yourself. Do not listen to day 1 before recording. Speak first. Then compare the 2 recordings. Ask, did my words come faster? Were my pauses shorter? Did I complete more ideas? Did I recover more easily? Maybe your grammar is still not perfect. Of course it is not. 7 days is not magic. But you may hear something more important. Movement. Use a simple scorecard. Count the minutes you spoke. Count the messages you completed. Count the times you got stuck and found a way to continue. Do not score your accent. Do not count every grammar mistake. Do not ask if you sound like a native speaker. Ask if you used more of your English than you used last week. That is a fair measure. That is progress you can hear. There will be a day when you do not feel ready. Speak for 1 minute anyway. There will be a day when your voice sounds tired. Use it anyway. There may be a day when you make the same mistake again. Correct it again. Learning is not a clean, straight road. Some days feel strong, some days feel slow. The challenge is not about feeling perfect for 7 days. It is about returning to your voice for 7 days. 7 days will not finish your English journey. It will do something better. It will break the old rule that said you must wait. It will show you that speaking can happen before confidence, before advanced vocabulary, and before perfect grammar. When you have this proof, the next week becomes easier to begin, then the next one. Your English grows because it is finally being used. The final truth. Today is your first speaking day. Let us finish with one clear choice. One learner watches lesson after lesson. This learner saves videos, collects words, and waits for the day when speaking will feel easy. Another learner knows fewer words but uses them. This learner gives short answers, makes small mistakes, checks 2 things, and speaks again tomorrow. After 1 month, which learner will have a stronger voice? You already know the answer. Information can help you, but information cannot speak instead of you. Remember the green traffic light from the beginning. It is already green. You do not need a greener light, a perfect mood, or a perfect sentence. You need to move with the English you have today. After this video ends, open the recorder on your phone and answer one question for 1 minute. Why do I want to speak English? Do not prepare. Do not delete. Make your first speaking draft. Now, say this with me. My first sentence starts today. Again, my first sentence starts today. If you are ready to stop waiting, write that sentence in the comments. Subscribe to English Ascent Daily and share this lesson with one learner who understands English but is still afraid to use it. Perfect English is not waiting somewhere far in your future. Better English is built each time you use the voice you have right now. So take one breath, say one honest sentence, and begin today. The end.